I'm putting my shirt on, Dan. It's so professional.
You didn't count as down! Right,
Oh,
restart the entire stream. We won't rate.
Welcome, everyone.
Okay, restart. Hang on, this isn't OnlyFans.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Hello.
Do you know what? This wouldn't have happened if Harry was here.
Yeah, if only Harry was here.
Yeah, if only he wasn't
Scumbag, not
You
sick.
did the counting.
Please give your Twitch Prime if you wish Harry was here.
If you wish Harry was here.
Yeah.
Get Harry back by submitting bits.
If you subscribe to the channel, we will ensure that Harry is here by tying him to his chair and never letting him go.
We can't ensure that.
So, welcome back to the Geek Initiative. As ever, professionally unprofessional. I'm Isaac the DM, and we are here with episode 15, a game of cat brains and mice. Joining me today, I'm going to pass to my left.
Hello, my name's Tracy. I'm playing Dusk.
I'm Mark, and I'm playing Rhi-koo.
Oh, Guiding Bolt just got.
Oh, it's me, isn't it? Adrian, playing Magnus.
Lawson playing Tavern.
I'm Martin and I'm playing Rhi-koo.
He's back, baby.
And now that
He is.
Martin's back,
We
we
lost
won't
him.
be as insane as last week.
We,
Yay!
We missed you so much.
Oh, no, the sound.
But we're missing someone.
Yes, we are
No.
missing Digby.
Oh no, he blew himself up, didn't
Yes, that's exactly
he? Yeah,
right.
he's
That's not why he's missing.
He shot himself out of a cannon.
He's not very well, but
He's
we
got
hope,
the lurgy.
we wish him well. We hope he gets better soon. Apparently, Harry, who is not in the booth, has informed us that we are having some sound issues.
What are these issues?
I have no idea. He just
no,
says,
the
"Oh
sound."
no, the sound."
Tell him to message down.
Is he trolling you? Quite possibly.
It's possible. We'll see.
I mean,
How do we sound, everybody? Are we audible?
is Harry just being a prank?
Is Harry just messing us about?
And yes, Harry is the one called Ed.
Apparently, Ed was taken.
Mm-hmm.
By who?
Harry.
Harry.
Ah.
Sort of self-fulfilling then. So,
We're going to get someone to come along that says,
Oh, it's crispy.
crispy. Sound seems
Sounds
fine.
fine.
well, one of you must be wrong.
Are we
Actually,
crispy?
no. Apparently, according to Jazzik, it's crispy.
Which
Oh,
is
crispy.
sort of the same. When you turn it up loud, the sound gets crispy. Okay.
Oh.
Ah.
Is
So-
Harry listening at like a
Is this
ridiculous
16
volume?
billion decibels?
Yeah, that must be it.
I mean, he is deaf, so.
It's all good in the booth.
Okay, with that we will continue. So, last time you were informed that there is some work to be done in the Patrician's Palace. The work pertains to killing the so infamous cat brains that you have informed the party, Tavrion, are called intellect devourers.
Cat brains is better.
Understandable.
It's just not correct.
So,
Stop being a dick.
the definitely don't knock anything over, right?
Fucking
So-
cat brains in here.
Yeah. So, it's important for you to understand that your motivations are what your motivations to do this are, which I believe you were informed last time. Can anybody remind me and the audience at home?
We're trying to
And
prove
of course,
that
yes.
we are doing this to prove that we are trustworthy to do with the alliance that was made. It's a bit of give and take, I believe.
He
It was-
also said in return for magical items.
Yes,
so we
yes,
have
we're- yes.
accepted that.
I mean,
deal.
I was trying to not make out that we're doing it for the money, but we're definitely doing it for
Whatever.
the money. We're definitely doing it for the money and the
We're in
valuables.
it for money.
Will that be all?
I don't know why you're getting excited, Tavron. You're new to the group. You're yet to you have to do
Which
5
one?
quests,
I've
get
made-
your
I've
cards
made no
stamped.
deals with anyone.
You have to do 5
Who's
quests,
here,
get your
but
cards stamped, and then you're entitled to loot.
Tagging along.
Yeah, until then, everything you earn actually has to come through us and get taxed.
Yeah.
We need to take 20% of your money.
See, since they
It's
recruited
just my
you,
father.
since they recruited you, they get 20% of what you earn.
I'm at the bottom
Yeah.
of the pyramid.
And then everybody, and they, because they were recruited by Sam gets 20% of what they earn.
Yeah.
And then,
It's some
It's
sort
time to take proficiency in sleight of hand.
it's some sort of pyramid
And
scheme.
expertise.
However, the way it works is we have to pay 20% to Sam. Then we get your 20%. So the way it should actually work out is that hopefully... we
No,
end up
Sam's
with
still
something
getting
more.
more. It's an inverse pyramid, isn't it?
no idea what you mean.
And then if Sam's not careful, we'll have a word with CL and we'll get the 20% back.
Indeed. So, you are pyramid scheme joke. So, you are all
Excuse me, searching for my only fan.
I've got mine.
I know.
in Thieves Guild, and if you are looking, Magnus, I believe, I understand you informed me of something you wish to seek out before we go anywhere.
So Magnus has decided that because he's so daring and dashing and everything and likes to get in there and stab things, well, now and again these things like to stab back. And everybody seems to be quite accurate around here, so he'd like to get himself some sort of shield and learn to use it.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm sure that makes a
Are
lovely
you
noise.
compensating for something?
Nope.
I'm sure that sounds lovely on the audio, because that's probably generating a horrible gust.
Crispy.
Dan, is this making a difference to the audio?
I don't have monitoring currently.
Oh.
I'm sure it is. Anyway, so the very very professional today. Very professional.
On task.
I have my only fan. I'm fine.
So, seeking out a shield. Where would you like to look? Would you like to ask anyone in particular?
Well, assuming we already left,
No. You are within the Thieves Guild.
so I might just say, here Sam, where's the kit room? Spare stuff, you know? Want to learn how to use a shield. Is there something that, you know, might be suitable for my size? Maybe a buckler that someone got left over from 3.5 edition?
Oh yes, a buckler from 3.5 edition.
Maybe a pot lid.
Sam nods
Pot lid,
knowingly.
yeah. Dustbin lid. Better still.
So, yes, I'm sure we can orchestrate something. I mean, how tall are you?
About 4 foot.
He puts his hand on your head. Yes. Right. And he produces a small key, probably about this big, very small, and it ornate gold. And
Fanciful.
he says, pushes very quietly. It inserts it into an invisible lock that you cannot see. Twists it, and a small tear opens. You can see energy. He reaches within, produces a very small buckler shield.
Ooh.
The way you're holding it makes it look like it's going to be about the size of a button.
He is holding one edge of it like this.
You are only small.
And it's probably, say big,
Like a dinner plate.
it's about a dinner plate.
Yeah.
And offers it to you.
Thank you very much, sir. How much do you want for it?
He removes the key. Consider it a gift.
Thank you very much. See, I've learned how to speak to him.
Can you even use one of them?
Don't know, I'm going to learn.
Would you like Blunted Blade? Try and block this. I'm going to swing Blunted Blade.
Roll an attack roll.
Oh, bugger.
Go. That's a 12.
Even without the shield, you missed.
With the shield, you would, knock it aside.
Yeah, but
There you go. See?
right now let me try with some force.
Okay.
That's a 25 this time.
Ow! You're taking a piss now.
It's the technique. You need to. You don't necessarily take the hit. From what I've seen, you kind of parry and move.
$21 hit.
Right, that is enough.
It's the battle dome.
What the?
That is
You
enough.
deliberately hit me too hard.
I was. You. You were fine with the other one. I thought I'd give you a proper hit.
So,
At least we know you need to go and learn how to use it now.
Sam kind of looks between you and goes, "Will that be all, gentlemen?"
I don't get why he's stuck.
So,
Maybe find someone that can show you how to properly use it a bit.
So, I believe it's important that you set out as soon as possible.
Okay, let's go.
Well, easy. Have we got everyone, Magnus? Is everybody here?
I'm detaining Malcador for a time. I have some work to do on his sword.
And
Are you punishing him for blowing a hole in the blacksmiths? Are you making him fix it?
well,
I mean,
well,
he
well.
does deserve it.
Yeah, you should.
He wasn't.
You blew a hole in the.
Did you not notice that big bang last night? Big
I
bang.
knew. I heard the big bang, but I didn't know you took out the blacksmith.
And Magnus always blows stuff up in the night, so is that
Yeah.
just not part of the course?
But normally the explosions are just in the building we're in.
Wait
Whereas this time
Wait a minute,
there was a bang followed by a bigger bang elsewhere.
Magnus. Be honest. Were you helping him?
Define help.
Oh God.
So, Malcador is very upset that he won't be able to lead you into battle, as ever.
This mighty floatingness.
Indeed.
Oh, however will we cope without
Without the
our
balloon.
fearless leader?
Yeah.
Mr. Balloon.
So, Sam kind of drags him aside and seems to whisper something to him. Yes, we shall set about that in due course. Rhi-koo,
Yes.
allow me to speak with you privately. At which point you hear him. All of you are just going to have to pretend you can't hear me because I'm not going to message him. I'm just going to say it because obviously there's an audience to hear this as well. So la 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 away. But
You're going to go and whisper in his ear and lick it.
I could do that.
There you go.
Oh god. We're going around.
Wait, am I getting the first whisper?
I'm standing up.
Am I getting the first whisper? Oh!
This book was brought to you by.
This
He
is
has legs.
can stand.
Wait, have we got a sheet? We can go like behind a sheet.
So, do we know why these brains are in the Christian's palace?
Nobody. I believe they just.
They were just running around, weren't they? And
Nasty.
one got there, and then I don't know where the rest came from.
Nasty little
Oh,
buggers.
that's okay for
They
it.
scutter about and find brains. I suppose there must be brains there.
Yeah. So is this the one that got away
I
from
think
us?
it's the one that got away, plus. I don't know where the extras have
Oh, so
come
there's
from.
more than one.
I thought there was. I've got 3 in my head. I
Just
don't know what.
after all that, you
There
just
were
see
4
a
we've taken
see a
out.
nod.
Yeah. Oh right.
Shall we be off then?
1 left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I suppose so.
Whatever. Can we clarify how many cat brains we're currently looking for?
One.
Because we killed
The
3.
only one escaped.
So I remembered the 3 that we got rid of.
And let's face it, now that we've levelled up, we all know damn well it's going to be inside the annoying.
It's
guard.
going to be Alexander.
That's the one.
That's my
Yeah,
bet.
that's what I reckon.
Well,
I
anyway,
just feel like you've
off we
built
go.
up to that.
Um,
Sorry, I feel like you've built
Place
up
your
to
bets
Magnus
in
ain't got
chat.
bloody clue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chat. Guess.
Tavriel,
Guess.
Are we doing a murder mystery? Are you turning this into a murder mystery?
Tavriel,
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't believe you got a chance to properly introduce yourself to Rhi-koo before.
Yes.
It
You're
was a lot. It was
the
more
whole
quiet.
way.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
very
well,
quiet.
It's very
Surprising,
deep in
wasn't it?
thought. Yes, I'm Tavriel, and I've been with this band for a day, I suppose, with you lot. Yeah, Ashwell played it. It's all a long story. It's been rather tiring.
Okay.
Rather tiring.
Maybe later on I can
Maybe.
pick your brains on where you
Yeah.
come from.
Oh yes, it's a wonderful place. When the intellect of ours aren't or cat brains. Cat brains?
Yeah,
Is that
cat
what we use?
Cat brain.
Cat brain.
Is it?
Yeah.
intellect devourers, you call them?
Yes, because they devour intellect.
Is it me, or does intellect devourer? It's something someone would say who's been at wizard school. You know, it's an intellect devourer, or this flower is a flippity floppity woo woo wah, when everybody else calls it a rose.
Malkador, from behind Sam, says, "Oh yes, I remember that flower. Actually, yes."
Exactly. Just a rose. A
By
rose
any other name. I
is
knew
a
where you were
rose.
going.
Yeah, but before we get onto herbalism and the what, and
There's no
let's go.
need.
So
I'm
anyway,
not a herbalist, I just have kit.
so anyway, Rengoku.
What?
Why are you delaying us?
I'm not delaying.
We're
We're
supposed to
going.
be going.
Yeah, after you then.
Ah,
I mean, you're the what was it we said to the last lot, Captain?
yep.
After you then.
Captain Magnus to you.
I thought it was Captain Green.
Yeah.
It's Captain Magnus Green.
Oh, I see, Captain Mac.
I've taken on a surname.
I
I
see.
thought his name was Magnus.
All right, Scales.
I
After
thought his
you.
name was Magnus.
All right,
Keep
Scales.
an eye open when you're trancing.
So,
I always do.
as you leave the Thieves Guild, you are finding yourself on a rather dark and stormy evening.
My kind of weather.
It's decidedly wet. It is raining out. There is thunder and lightning every now and again. It doesn't seem natural. However, it seems like it doesn't bear resemblance to the weather you are familiar with from your time.
Have we ever seen rain?
Is it still red skies?
So we've seen rain.
Red,
So the clouds are the same deep, dark
From the astral
colour
plane or whatever
with
they had.
this, and the lightning
They have
appears
rain.
almost purple.
Ah.
Perfectly normal.
Sounds a
Do you
bit
reckon it's got the
celestial.
patrician?
Perfectly.
We'll see when we get there.
It's got the patrician.
I say we hurry.
A, we're going to get some really cool light effects. And B, we're buggered.
Does the patrician know we're coming?
Yes.
He's the one that sent for
I
us.
hope so.
He requested
Okay.
for you.
I say we hurry and start running towards. So going from a casual bit of walk to picking the pace up.
So, upon arriving at the castle gate, the palace grounds gate, a royal guard greets you.
Hello.
Greetings.
Open the door, please.
He removes his helmet. He has a notably obvious scar all the way down here. Across one eye, just next to his nose and across his lips and onto his chin.
Evening, Scott. You going to let us in?
He looks amongst and goes, "Are you here about the
The cat brain, yes.
We were sent here.
pest problem?"
Yes, we were sent here by Sam to. Sorry, we were sent here by the exterminators.
Correct. Yes.
Anyway, it's
We are the
raining.
pest
Can you open the door,
busters.
Yeah. So the portcullis is down, and
please?
he puts his helmet back
Do you
on.
mean up?
No, it's down.
Oh, it's currently down. Sorry, I thought you meant you just let it down.
It is down. It is down. It has been down the whole time. He's moving through it, and
When it's up, it's up.
when it's down, it's down. Yeah.
But what about when it's halfway up?
It's
Shut
not
up.
up or down.
So he goes over to the side to the mechanism and by hand and begins to. It's a dual-spoked wheel.
He's strong.
Yes.
Would you like a hand? Speed
It's
it
on the
up.
far side. You can't.
Oh.
So
I didn't
once
need that.
Long hand, sorry.
he gets it up and then locks it in position, just off the ground, so you guys can get under quite safely without having to duck.
Has he always been this strong?
I definitely didn't
You
use
don't
that.
know him. Isn't
Well,
Oh, do these guys not know?
No.
oh, well, the last time we met one of these, we kind of got our asses handed to us.
So they're quite.
Proficient.
My
Well,
house
right.
was
Very
never
well.
anywhere else.
No, we in
Once
the
you are
turn
through-
of asses got handed to us, we got beat thoroughly.
Once you are through, he kicks out the support that he had put into place with his foot and drops the portcullis again.
Does it bang and scare us?
It drops quite suddenly, but it wouldn't necessarily scare you. You would be expecting it to do so.
Okay.
Who was the last guard we met? The one with the beautiful hair.
What, Alexander?
Alexander, that was it.
What, you mean the one that you kept going over?
Yeah, that's the one.
He is the captain of the guard.
You need to make your mind up. You were in over Garm, and now you're doing it over
Graham.
this Graham, and now you're doing it over this other dude.
Not me. Nah. I just, admire certain things about people, like their dress sense or their beautiful hair or their strength.
Or their
Their
height.
dressing gowns, or, stuff like that.
Or their height.
Nah. Being too tall gets in the way. Hit your head all the time.
Don't know what you mean.
I can assure you that it's definitely a problem for some people. Those people are not me. So, the
Can I turn around back to the guard and just ask these pests, do you know whereabout they've been spotted?
in the servants' quarters.
Servants' quarters. Could you give us a quick direction to it?
So, he steps out on the far side of the wall back into the rain,
Mhm.
so he can gesticulate clearly with his polearm, and he points across. So the palace is ahead down the path, and there is a small footpath on the interior of the outer wall. He says, "Longest footpath
Mhm.
leads to the servants' quarters.
Okay.
It will be quite muddy. Be careful."
Okay.
I don't know why his voice changed, but it definitely was still the first quarters. I promise.
Yeah.
I'm very tired.
This path going round that's going to be a bit muddy, what is it going round?
So it's going around the inside of the outer edge of the walls.
Right.
So,
what else is inside that?
the palace gardens, the palace itself, all of the servants' quarters, the barracks.
Right. The reason why I'm asking is you just said that's going to be muddy. I'm just thinking, if there's a beautiful lawn with a sign saying "keep off the grass," Magnus is going straight across.
Across that mud instead of this muddy path.
Well,
It's
yeah,
pissing down with rain.
mud's mud, but if there's a sign saying "don't tread on it,"
There's not a sign that says "don't tread on it." It's just
Yeah.
assumed you wouldn't.
Magnus, don't slip on your ass.
right?
Well, it'd be embarrassing. It'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Especially when you slide down
It
hills.
seems odd that the intellect devourer would go for the servants' quarter first. I can't imagine there's much
Cafe.
intellect down there to devour.
I think it's a case of we do not look desirables enough to go in the main entrance. It's one of those
Probably.
things where you're the hired help. You ain't coming in this nice door because you might get seen by someone else who has to go in the back door.
But the guard says the pests are in the servants' quarters.
Yes, that's what's confusing.
Yeah, he's probably referring to the servants. Probably thinks they're all pests. But he thinks he's above them.
When you put it that way.
Okay.
So,
He's a snob.
How?
can we have a nature check or a survival check to traverse the muddy path?
Well, we can try survival.
Let's do nature.
19 plus 4.
15.
A cheeky 18 on nature.
A 7 on nature.
Nat 20 for 24 on survival.
So,
When I
so, as you guys are
minus 23.
walking up, was it the lowest was an 8, I believe?
Yeah, 7.
7. So, with a 7, your heavy armour is sinking you into the mud quite a bit. It's quite hard to get clearance. Your talons aren't really designed for it.
Yeah.
It's very much like, let's put it this way, if you didn't have spare hands by which to grab the wall whenever you were about to fall, you probably would fall face flat.
Yeah.
But you don't. It's just a case of this is very slow going. This
Don't
is,
worry, I'll catch up in a minute. Just need to. Just bear with me.
No rush. Take your time.
so, once you reach the, well, as you're going around this path, you reach a area that looks more lower, less well looked after. Let's put it that way. And there appears to be a stable and a few small buildings that are all dotted around the place. They're like next to stables and all the rest of it. So stables, small building, larger building at this end, and then a smaller building on the far side. Your path is bringing you in at this angle. So you've got a stable on the right, a small building. Opposite you, a large building, and then a small building on the left.
As we go past the stable, I'm just poke my head in. Anything happening in there?
There appears to be 3 horses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyone else?
No stable hand visible.
Anything valuable left out?
Nothing you can see.
Right, next room.
How distressed are the horses?
They're seemingly relatively calm. When the thunder sounds, they nicker, they are upset.
Yeah.
But they are
Well trained.
well trained horses.
So they're
It appears they are war horses.
horses. Yeah. Okay.
So none of them are Shetlands.
No.
So not kobold sized.
No, they are large horses.
Yeah.
We'll have to
So
pull
whilst
you on
at
a
the
litter
stables, I'm just gonna
behind.
big chunk of hay and try and take all the mud off my talons.
Mhm.
See if I can secure my footing a bit better.
So this courtyard is floored on cobble, so it is much easier to traverse.
Are there
Come on.
windows for looking into these buildings?
No, they are very, very simplistic structures.
Seems to be the servants' quarters.
Mm-hmm. I think we should enter and get on with the hunt. The longer we take, more
So,
likely it might get to someone that we don't want them to get to.
so just in case the cat brain is the other side of the door, should we go in with our blades drawn, or do we go in and say we're here to deal with your pest problem, and then quickly draw our blades if we see something?
I'd say
I'm just not
go
quite sure
in.
on etiquette here. I'm not used to going into posh places.
Yeah.
Well, not when anybody can see me anyway.
I'd say keep our blades not drawn for
and
now.
hands-on weapons, but not out.
Okay.
Whatever we do, I think you should go first. Being the leader of the group and everything, I think you'd only be right if
Yes.
you lead.
Oh, fearless
Yes,
leader.
fearless leader, yes.
Mm.
With your lovely new buckler.
Okay. Fair
A
enough.
lovely new plate.
I'll walk
Oh.
in.
Knock first.
Oh yes,
Manners.
most polite.
Can I do a quick perception to see if there are any muddy trails
Mhm.
towards the...
Before we resolve the knock, I'll
Yeah.
resolve
Muddy paw prints. Good choice.
11.
it would appear that the only tracks that you can see are your own, and one set of tracks leading from the stable, from the main large building to the stable and then back again. It seems like they must have stepped in mud somewhere else and gone through the building rather than around it.
What type of footprints? Is it like medium-sized biped?
Biped, probably like quite large feet, but not huge.
Mhm.
Human scale, but very upper end.
Yeah, okay. So are we heading to the main building or one of the sides?
Or the knock on the door.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
knock on the door.
Just knock on the door.
So is it, and which of the 3 buildings would you choose? The small one on the right, the small one on the left, or the large one in the middle?
Large one in the middle.
Certainly. So, as you're knocking, a voice comes from the other side. Hold up, hold up. And very quickly you hear footsteps from behind the door, and then the rattling of a lock, and then it opens. And on the other side of it is a rather muscular looking human, quite tall, blonde hair,
Long or short.
short. Not as tall, not as broad as Alexander or the Royal Guards, but quite well built. Clearly works quite hard. Very, very strong individual in terms of field work or something of the like. How can I help?
Pest control.
Oh, aye, yes. Patrician did send word about problem.
That way.
Come on in.
I'll start walking and stamp my feet as I go to get rid of all the mud.
Evening, what might your name be, sir?
Colin.
Nice to meet you, Colin. You know what, Magnus? I would have thought you would have been able to have got that name.
I did. I already went down, see. So there's my catalogue of names. I'm getting people sorted now.
I like the drawings to help you associate the face to the name as well.
So,
You're a very skilled artist.
It's got a very keen mind.
Hopefully it doesn't get devoured.
He kind of steps aside. He's quite broad, but the hallway is broad enough that you can all get past him quite easily, with him with his back flat to the wall. And as you're going in, it seems like this is like a longhouse almost. So it's small rooms along one side, up to probably about halfway down, where it opens into a large open eating area, and then the other side appears to be like a communal kitchen as one larger room.
Yep.
And then at the far end there appears to be another bedroom, locked. So there's multiple. It would appear that multiple servants live in.
Rather cramped.
Well, you are the leader. Questions to be asked by you, I believe.
Right then. I'm Captain Green, and you're going to tell me where this pest is. Colin, sir.
I'm not sure what the pest looks. Oh, no, I've gone Scottish. Not sure what the pest looks like. Don't know. I can't place the accent right now.
Has anybody said anything about pest?
Patrician did warn us. Oh, no, I'm just going to do whatever voice comes out.
It was like North Country, like.
Yeah, I know, but I'm struggling to do it, so I'm just going to fuck it.
Duck it.
So really, we need to test everybody. How do you reckon we should test them, boys? Maybe
I reckon we get a drop of their blood and a needle, and we really heat the needle up and
please.
dip it into their blood.
No blood, please. Please.
Why is that? What's that going to do?
Because you watched a play recently, I'm going to guess.
I mean-
has this test.
If they're not willing to give a sample,
They might just be scared of needles.
didn't really think that one through.
No, you didn't, did you?
No.
Never mind.
I'm
Okay, next
going to
idea.
look into his eyes.
Mhm.
Are they normal eyes or are they black eyes?
As far as you can tell, they look very normal.
That's my test.
I forgot. Yes.
It'd be very simple for me to find out
Yes.
if they're undead.
Well, the intellect devours aren't undead.
No, okay. I thought you were looking for undead.
No,
well,
you can
black
replace
eyes and
eyes,
everything.
But if they possess someone,
Yeah,
they get
they're
black eyes.
yeah.
So-
Okay, yeah.
Colin, could you have a communal area? Yes. Is it possible you could gather all the other servants in this area down there for a eye exam?
Oh, yes.
What are we
Healthcare provided by the crown.
What we're going to do? Prod a needle into each one.
No,
No,
we
just
just look into their eyes,
Please.
Yeah, but if you
and if they're black,
if you remember rightly, the
the werebear dude didn't have
No.
black eyes.
no, because he didn't have
When
one in him when
no.
we killed him.
Yes.
No, it was the thief girl that we killed back at the thieves' hide.
Her eyes went black.
Her eyes went black, but they went black when it took over. We didn't know it was there until then, and
Yeah.
other than the fact that she was just seeming a bit quiet.
Well,
So looking into their eyes, we ain't going to find out.
Or is that when we noticed?
No, because we saw her eyes change.
I mean, either way, getting them all together in one place is probably the best place to start anyway.
That's if any of them have been possessed.
Perhaps we should just throw a party and.
Don't mention that word.
No, I like parties.
Perhaps we throw a party and let all the servants, do their thing. Whoever's acting off, then we'll off them. Yeah, simple. How about that?
Yeah, I can work.
Maybe we shouldn't discuss this in front of Colin.
Yeah, Colin's
So,
fine.
Colin kind of looks at you and goes, "Stout servant of the crown, I am."
If you could go and gather the rest of the servants, that'd probably help us a
Colin.
bit.
When you gathered all these, would you know if one of them was acting a bit odd? Do you know them well enough?
Worked here my whole life.
Right, excellent. If you could get them all to gather in your communal eating area, we will then ask them a series of questions.
crack open a bottle.
and you can then just walk behind them and indicate if any of them are acting a bit odd.
And perhaps give their
I like
heads
it.
a
And then
little
we'll kill
massage.
For the crown, sir.
Okay. But Colin, so random question. We noticed the stables outside. Whose job is it to tend after the horses?
Oh, I'm the stable hand.
You're doing a wonderful job maintaining them, especially with the storm going on outside and ensuring that they aren't hurting themselves.
That's why I'm up this late. With the storm and all, I have to make sure they're proper, well looked after. Gone West Country, gonna stick with it.
Well, you're doing a fabulous job if you can get on with what Captain Green has asked. We would very much appreciate it. Also, we're going to need to probably investigate each of the servants' quarters and make sure they haven't got anything hidden away. Are you
Kitty tricks.
okay if while you deal with this, that I'll have a look through the quarters?
That's fine, but leave the Ramdies alone.
So he right, you horrible lot. Get up, get together. We're going into kitchens.
No, not you, Rengoku.
And starts knocking on doors as he's going down. There's 4 separate bedrooms. His is the one at the far end.
The locked one.
So there's only 4 servants?
4 servants in this building.
Ah,
I'm guessing
These are the groundskeeping servants.
stable boys, etc.
The palace staff would be within the palace.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any booze in the kitchen?
There is some very cheap
Cooking sherry.
cooking sherry.
Any
Medicinal.
glasses? Or
No.
cups?
No.
Fantastic.
Well, so when all the quarters, I'll take the time going and investigate. And
So
how many rooms is it?
there are 4. Currently,
So
3 of them are unlocked.
Okay. Colin, is there any reason that room's locked?
That's my room, sir.
Um,
By all means, but once we've had a chat with everyone, eh?
Sorry, I don't think you quite understand the concept. I need it unlocked. They're all to be investigated at the same time to stop you getting in the way and such. You're going to
For
be
the
with the
crown,
rest.
you say?
For the crown, yeah. So if you can unlock it.
For the crown. Then he produces a small key. Hands it to you.
Thank you very much, sir. If you could go with my colleague Tavrion, he'll be sure to provide
Yes.
you.
I'll put an arm around him and say, yes, and I'll hand him the bottle of cooking sherry. So distribute this, do you have any cups? Or just,
All in the communal eating area.
yes, go pour everyone a glass,
And then-
or make sure everyone's nice and
I'll start investigating the rooms.
And relax.
Yes.
So he starts doing as told.
First investigation roll is a 17. I'll
So-
go with the unlocked ones and save his till last.
Okay. So the first room on the left, as a young stable hand comes out of it, he is probably 24, appears to be a human, but he's got what appears to be some form of maybe birthmark, something that is over his eye.
You okay, lad?
No, yeah, and he, yes, sir. Just
Don't worry, we've all got scars and stuff. If you just go down into the communication, there's some sherry being passed around, I believe. Go help yourself with some.
retreat.
What time of day is it? Sorry?
Oh, it's just about evening. Just coming to.
And is he looking like he's just woken up?
So this is like late night. Well, I say evening. It's late evening. So it's probably 9, 10. They'll have worked long days starting at 5 in the morning and gone to sleep.
In the room as the sherry's being passed around, I'm just going to play a small tune on my lute, just like a very relaxing.
Any particular folk song?
Ooh!
Anything you know?
I only know stuff native to home, so maybe something from home.
Okay.
Something that I feel is palatable to.
Roll performance check.
Performance, you say? 18.
The stable hand, whose room you are now investigating, as he walks in, he goes, I think I knew this one. It's, I heard it sometime, I think. I think my ma used to play it.
Peculiar.
And
So continuing.
sits down.
The investigation. What do I find?
So it's investigation. What did you get, an 18?
17.
17. So 17. So it's a small, fairly bare room, quite Spartan generally. There's one wardrobe and a small dresser beside the bed. The bed itself, very plain, very thin mattress, quite hard. One pillow. Where in particular are you looking?
It's just a like take time all over kind of thing. Like
So-
I'm gonna split the time evenly, but it's a good for like. Is there anything that looks like something's come in here, maybe attacked someone, left any traces?
You can't see any immediate signs of any kind of struggle. In the dresser, the bottom drawer appears locked. You can't open it. It just doesn't move. However, the other drawers are free to move.
I'll attempt to kind of pry open.
So
the
doesn't seem to want to go anywhere. Would you like to roll me a stealth check? Sorry, stealth check, strength check.
Under the mattress.
Ooh,
That's what they always kept.
that's only an 8, unfortunately, for the strength
What,
check.
the old brain.
Oh no, is that what we're looking for?
Only an 8 for the strength check.
So you can't get it to budge. Would you like to roll a intelligence saving throw for me?
Oh dear.
Okay, attack away.
That is 15.
The drawers can come out of the dresser. And it's the bottom drawer that's locked.
So if you take those out,
Just take the one from
down
the
in,
So I'll take them all out and have a look for, and
So
then
you can now see into the locked
Yeah.
drawer, which does not have a top.
Yeah.
And it appears that this is it looks like some form of small sketchbook.
I'll take it out and have a flick through the sketchbook.
There's quite a few drawings of,
Do we need to know this?
strictly speaking, no.
Oh my!
The black stuff, the new one.
Oh, and black.
In various.
And is the black staff male or female?
Female.
Female. Oh,
Is that a horse?
Um,
No, I'm not there.
right. And he's kind of just going to slip it in the thing. I think we will keep that as leverage.
Just
and-
Is that
and
what
no,
you're calling it?
You're going to
No.
blackmail a servant?
Well, no, it's leverage for when it comes to questioning.
My best service.
Next room.
Okay. So in that room also under the bed,
Yeah.
there appears to be a small case, almost like a hard leather bag,
Open
with
that and look through.
clothes. It appears.
Okay.
It appears that he has only just arrived.
Okay.
He hasn't yet unpacked.
So yeah, next room.
Can I check the kitchen area? Go through all the cupboards
Yeah.
to see what's behind them?
Very plain salted meats, like a loaf of bread that appears fresh made, perhaps within a few days. It's not warm, but it is quite clearly fresh bread.
It's mainly more at the back if there's any holes or anything.
There doesn't appear to be any holes in the cupboards or anything like that. No large enough holes. There's small ones, perhaps evidence of mice or rats, but no evidence of something the scale that you're looking for.
oh, cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going through, shuffling a bit, and just going to the next one.
There's a few very basic herbs, things
Yeah.
like that. Functional meals over there.
Next one was a 14.
14. So in the next room, you find it appears this room is a little less threadbare. It's there's a rug that appears to be hand woven, and a tapestry, a very small one, hung on the wall that appears hand sewn. And the again, a wardrobe, a dresser, and a bed.
So I'll do the same thing going through again.
No locks on these drawers.
Yep.
The wardrobe is, however, locked.
I'll kind of knock the wardrobe a little bit, like see if it sounds like I can kind of gauge how much stuff's in there.
It seems to be quite full.
Would I have known whose room this is?
So one of the other stable hands. Most of the servants out here are either gardeners or stable hands.
So I'll just call and be like, I'll come to the door and call out, so room 2, I'm guessing.
So it's the second room.
Yeah.
So
Whoever is in the second room, if you could come and unlock your wardrobe, please, for the investigation and the crown, would be very much appreciated.
A very slight, probably late 20s, but very small, very skinny, male half-elf comes to the door and says, "Apologies, my lord.
No
hands
problem.
him the key.
Just if there is anything locked in the next room, I will be investigation. If they could kindly be unlocked, or you could come to the door and wait to unlock it for me, that would be grateful."
A voice calls back. "No locks in there. Promise."
So, while I've got them all in front of me, look, have any of you got anything to unlock? Because please go now before I start questioning you. I'm going to get annoyed if you keep going.
Nothing to unlock.
Sure.
Promise.
Right, you've got the gist.
Get the wardrobe unlocked.
Okay.
Thank you kindly. You'd like to return for questioning?
What about the first room's guy? Does he go and try and unlock his drawer?
He doesn't admit to it immediately. So, unless he is strong-armed into it
You
deliberately.
see him stood there going,
Yeah, he's looking a little nervous. So within the wardrobe are several finely crafted garments. They appear to have been handmade. They appear like upon close inspection, they appear like cheaply produced replicas of nobles' clothing.
What gender of noble clothing?
Both.
Both.
So either, any, is the point.
Unisex.
Basically they are all nobles' clothing that are
Interchangeable.
no, not interchangeable. It is interspersed.
Oh, okay.
There are fine dresses, there are fine doublets,
Okay.
there are fine lots of things from any
Clothes.
representation.
Not going to judge, but it's some good work.
Sat in the bottom of the wardrobe is a small book.
I'll open the book and have a look through.
It appears to be a sales ledger.
Same thing with the thing. Pocket that. Bit more leverage for when it comes to the individual questioning. Next
you
room.
realise I'm questioning while you're doing that.
Yes, but then I'll
But
come
he
in.
can come in. So, third one.
9, not as good.
9. So with a 9, as you walk in, this room is well decorated. It appears that it's there's very nice it appears that quite a lot of the decoration in here has been produced by fine workmen or craftsmen throughout the city. So there's decorative metalwork, there's tapestries.
This is strange.
It's not like nobles, but it's a fine
But
servant.
but it looks like
It's very nice. For a servant,
Yeah.
it is very nice.
Same thing looking at the wardrobe.
So wardrobe is not locked, very
Have a
standard. It appears gardener's clothes, such things like overalls and such things.
And then the dress is the same. Have a look, see if there's anything
Folded clothes again, but these appear to be like day-to-day clothes for going out and about.
under the bed.
Under the bed appears to be a similar hard leather case that appears to have, when you pull it out and open it, appears to have tools within it.
I'll linger for a minute. Something doesn't seem off. Try and have a bit more of a.
Can you do a perception check on the tools?
Nat 20 with a +4 for 24.
One of them, a pair of shears, small shears, appears to have a chip taken out of the outside edge of the blade that looks like it was. You're familiar with swords, you know them well. It looks like someone has blocked a sword strike with it.
I'll take them. They will be put away. Right. Something. And then I'll go into the last room that was the columns. I believe.
So you have to go through
Yep.
the room for questioning. Do that. So what I'll do is, when I go to break here, we'll come back for questioning, and then we'll do Colin's room after. Okay?
Okay.
Apologies that you guys hadn't much to do.
It's alright, don't
I've
matter.
been nibbling.
We'll be back shortly. Thank you very much for joining us for the first part. Part 2 will be very soon after our little break. Thank you, everybody.
Right, quick.